ready to start with a new live for today. So we're gonna start with this. And look, today is gonna be a very interesting one. And, and let me ask you this: if your team is still picking orders manually, double checking everything, receiving or fixing mistakes after the fact, this is for you. Hey, look, because this small delays in your warehouse are where time, money, and accuracy start slipping. So again, I am Frank Monterosa, the Wholesale Pro, and today I want to talk about something I see all the time with wholesale distributors. The warehouse, the warehouse is moving, but it's slower than it should be. And you guys know that. If you guys are doing things manually, you know that it should be much faster. So if you picking takes longer than what it's supposed to take, if you're receiving orders backs up and your team keeps fixing things that should have been right at first time, look, this is for you. And that actually means the issue is your team. It's not the personnel that you're working with. Is what is it? The process. So again, what is the real problem that we see right here or we face all the time? Let's start with receiving. When you're receiving, a shipping comes in, right? And now someone has to check with the purchase order, confirm that I arrived correctly, and you sometimes have to fix what doesn't really match with the order. And this sounds really simple, but it slows everything down. And the thing is this: your dog backs up, your team is waiting, and instead of moving inventory, they're stuck checking and correcting. Does that sound familiar? And now let's talk about the picking part. So your team is walking the warehouse, looking for the items, double checking, the product, trying to avoid mistakes, and still dealing with the wrong picks, with the wrong quantity, with the return, and with the credit, and why it happens. So most of the time, it comes down to manual processes. So that means you're doing everything on paper. You're using a spreadsheet or you're using your memory to handle all these different processes. So when that's the system, your team has to slow down just to stay accurate. And as volume grows, this small slows down, start affecting everything that you're doing at the warehouse. So now let me tell you this. That's where barcode scanning actually help you simplify everything. So this is where the barcode scanning helps. In at receiving, your team scan items and confirm everything against the purchase order, right? Make it right there on the spot. At picking, they can scan before the item goes out to make sure it's the right product in the right quantity. So instead of fixing mistake later, you prevent them in the moment, right there in the spot. That means you're gonna get fewer errors, less rework, and more confident on every single order that you do. So let's make this really practical. Scanning keeps things consistent, right? So it'll help you reduce the back and forth. That's a really pain in the neck. Back and forth, doing that thing in the warehouse. And also, it speeds up the daily tasks, the daily activities that you got to do in the warehouse. There's so many things to do in the warehouse. And at the end, it gives your team a clearer process to follow up. So now, this what I just said is just a quick overview of the things that could be accomplished. So if you would like to see this actually works in a warehouse, we are covering in a webinar with Trek Associate on April the 30th, and we will walk you through how Zebra barcode scanning supports picking, receiving, and physical inventory accuracy in real workflow. So again, type webinar in the comments. I will send you the registration link. And again, thanks for being here. I am Frank Monterosa, the Wholesale Pro. And remember, type webinar and I will see you there. Hey, thank you so much for this great live.